What's up guys, Card Protagonist here. Today I'll be doing a deck perform on Alexander Ank Legend Dragon deck from S-BT05 War of Dragons. Legend Dragons is Buddyfight's newest archetype featuring double buddies with powerful abilities when they are buddy called. This is a size 1 rush deck capable of dishing out huge amount of damage. With Magma's ability to grant all Dragots triple attack and freeze immunity ability, the Legend Dragons are unstoppable. They are not only powerful, the Legend Dragon double artwork is simply breathtaking. So without further ado, let's explore the Egyptian Titans. For the double buddy, we'll be using Flame Deity Magma Horus and Ice Deity Freeze Horus. This pair of buddies is very important because they benefit off each other. For example, Freeze Horus gives immunity to all your Dragots and items while giving a free call for your Magma Horus. And when Magma Horus is caught by Freeze Horus, you'll be able to destroy opponent cards and draw cards. And also, it provides triple attack for all Dragots on the field, which means this will get triple attack, this will get triple attack. So you have a very powerful triple attack formation with this deck. First up, we play 4 copies of Magma Horus. Magma Horus gives all your monsters the push they need, giving all Dragots on your field triple attack. So its ability is pretty simple. It is a Dragot, so you'll be able to use not only in Legend World, but in Dragon World for some really funky builds in the future. Its core cost of 2 gauge, however, thanks to Freeze Horus, most of the time you won't be paying its core cost. My favorite ability about this card is its double body gift. When this card enters the field by effect of Ice Deity Horus, destroy up to 2 cards on opponent's field and draw 2 cards. Its second ability provides triple attack to all your Dragot monsters, giving you more attacks to push for game. The next card we play is 4 copies of Freeze Horus. I really love the aquamarine blue, it looks amazing. Freeze Horus is the heart of the mechanic as it allows you to free call your Magma Horus. It also has the ability to give immunity, so it's a Dragot similar to Magma Horus, core cost of 2 gauge. Double buddy call, when this card enters the field, you may buddy call a Magma Horus from your hand without paying its card cost. So this ability allows you to call Magma Horus for free. So instead of paying 4 gauge, you just need to pay 2 gauge. And its second ability is all Dragots and King, which is a weapon on your field, cannot be destroyed or bounce back to your opponent's hand. So it's very important because once you gain your triple attack thanks to Magma Horus, you really don't want to get controlled, and this card prevents it from happening. So it's a really good card because it complements each other's skill really well. So for those of you who are curious about the artwork, it looks amazing. I really like how this double artwork works really well with these double buddies. The buddy who serves the king also has someone to rely on. 3 copies of Grand Sage. So Grand Sage is very important in the deck because it provides penetrate and extra power for all your Horuses. So it's a core cost of 2 gauge and putting the top card of the deck in this. So this card on the field gets 1 size reduced for each Dragon in the buddy zone. In this case we have 2, which means this guy is just a size 1. If this card's in the center, this card and all buddy monsters get plus 10k power and 1 extra critical. Combining this with Magma Horus triple attack is devastating. Imagine a monster with triple attack 3 critical and you have 2 of them on the field. This card also has penetrate so they can break through walls. Now for the farming, you need to play 3 copies of Starry Night Enchanter Durik. This guy allows you to look at top 5, add a Dragot and 1 Legend Dragon among them to your hand, and place the rest of them at the bottom of the deck in any order by discarding 1 card of Legend Dragon attribute. So this card is really good because it allows you to filter the deck and search for cards you need. One thing you note is its Legend Dragon attribute doesn't have to be just monsters, you can add spells or even your items, so it's really good because you'll be able to look top 5 and guarantee a card into your hand. More farming cards, 4 copies of Mummy Maker Juta Lash. This card is very important because it is a discard fodder as well as a draw power. So when this card is discarded from your hand, you can charge 2 gauge, very nice. And when this card enters the field, you have another Legend Dragon on the field, you can gain 1 life and draw a card. So this card basically thins out your deck, speeds up your deck a little bit. But do be careful of loyalty, we play mostly as a discard fodder. Now 2 more copies of discard fodder, Junior Long Spear Warrior Limb. This card is also very important because this guy is an undying discard fodder. At the end of the turn that this card is dropped from your hand, when a Legend Dragon is on the field, it could be an item or monster, you may put a Junior Long Spear Warrior Limb from your drop zone into your hand. If you do, charge 1 gauge and gain 1 life. So basically, if this guy is discarded early in the turn, at the end of the turn you can take it back from your drop zone, add it back to your hand, so that you can use it again. So it's really good, since it's undying, and 2 copies works fine in the deck. Now, time for the original discard fodder, making history in Buddyfight, Valkyrie All-Knowing Albedo. So this is the original discard fodder. When it's dropped from a hand, you can charge and draw, which was Legend World's expertise. Now, and finally, we play 1 tech in Miseria, just because he has the overturn skill, because you never know when you need a board reset. Now, let's go on to the spells. For this spell, play 4 copies of Dijumao. This card is a searcher for your freeze and magma. Its ability is stand all Legend Dragons in your buddy zone, and put up to 2 monsters with both Dragot and Legend Dragon with different names from your deck into your hand. So, with different names, and a Dragon, which means you'll be adding these two into your hand. However, if you put 2 cards to drop a 10 card, this is where all these discard borders come in. So 4 copies because it's very important that you get your setup running so that you can punish your opponent who dare stand against you. 3 copies of the Arcane Crown, our basic item searcher. It has 2 abilities. Put up to 1 king from the deck into your hand, which is your item. Second ability, put up to 2 Legend Dragon monsters with different name from your drop zone into your hand. If you do, drop a hand card. So once again, you will be able to fetch back both your Freeze and Magma at the cost of discarding 1, which is what you want to do because discarding cards gives you pluses in this deck. So 3 copies because you really want to see an item in your game. Now, draw power. You may only cast this card with 2 or more Legend Dragons on your field. So pay 1 gauge, you gain 1 life and draw 2 cards. It's a simple nice one and it should be at least played in 3s. 3 copies of Ingilgard, the card representing Legend World. By discarding 1 card from your hand, you get to draw 2 cards. So the reason why I say this card represents Legend World is because you discard cards to draw cards, which is what Legend World specialize in. So 3 copies is perfect in my opinion because it can be only used once per turn. 4 might be a little too much, and also I want to make space for some cards in my deck. 4 copies of Great Spell Wider Start. This card is simply amazing in this meta. With so many attacks running around in Buddyfight, this card is key when protecting your life points. So this card is simply amazing because at the cost of sacrificing 1 card, 2 life and 2 gauge, you potentially save a lot of your hand size which you need to guard against the hoarding amount of attacks in Buddyfight right now. So I play 4 copies because it's just such a good defense mechanism. Next we play 2 copies of the new Retainer Shield, exclusive to Legend Dragons. You may only cast this card during your opponent's turn. Pay 1 life, 9 attack. If you have Dragon on your left and right, you can drop a hand card. If you do, return this card to your hand. So it is really good because you can discard all the useless cards in your hand. And with Legend World, you really want to be discarding cards. So this card is basically a plus and it's a reusable shield. It's just beautiful. However, I only play 2 because multiple copies will be dead in your hand. So you only want to have 1 copy in your hand so that you can keep using anyway. So 2 is fine because you do kind of want to see it sometimes. Another cool Legend World spell, 2 copies of the Majestic Audience. So you may only cast this card if a Legend Dragon on your field. So, however, this card is only exclusive to Legend Dragons. Cast costs 1 gauge, choose a card on opponent's field and rest a card. For this turn, that chosen card cannot stand. So it is basically net for Astral Dragons. Really good because you want to bind down those units with triple attacks and you can rest them. They won't be a restand, especially with a lot of resending cards we have in Buddyfight. It's good to have 2. 2 copies of Loyalty, the meta check. As long as you're playing Buddyfight, you really need to have Loyalty because there are so many decks that spam calls and Loyalty will keep them in check, giving you the chance to punish your opponent for greedy plays. So yeah, Loyalty 2 copies. And finally, 2 copies of the weapon, Scepter of Midan. This is from the trial deck, and the reason why I really like this card is because you'll be able to recycle Legend Dragons from your drop zone, and most of the time a lot of Legend Dragons will be discarded due to their effects, and such as discard borders. You really want to get them back to your hand so that you can plus even more with this card. And also an added bonus is this card gives all your Legend Dragon on your left and right plus 5k. So your Magma Horus and your Freeze Horus will be able to do some beat down. They are not simple 5k and 8k beat sticks. They'll be more than double. They'll be more than penta digits, and they'll be able to swing and break through any walls. I hope you guys enjoyed my deck profile on my Horus Legend Dragon deck. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more Buddyfight decks like these. So till next time, keep on Buddyfighting!